guys, it's Kylie. Today I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up. I did not read very many books in April. I was in Florida on vacation for 10 days and I got engaged while I was there. I didn't do a whole lot of reading. We went to Disney and Universal and did like Harry Potter World and all of that, so it was really busy and I was up late and up early, so yeah, not much reading. Also, I can't really concentrate on airplanes because they terrify me, so I tried to get some reading done on the airplane, but I didn't get a whole lot. So, having said that, I only finished 4 books in the month of April, but that's okay. I am a little behind on my Goodreads goal though now. But I've already read 3 books this month of May so far. So, the first book that I finished in April was an audiobook, and it was Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray. And I gave it a 4-star rating. I feel like I read this longer than just at the beginning of April. I'm having a hard time remembering details from the book, but it is the 3rd book in the Diviners series, so I can't really tell you much about it anyways without giving things away from the first one. But I think I still enjoyed the first book, The Diviners, the best out of all the 3 of them that I read. The next book that I read was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars too, but thinking back, I don't know if I liked it even 4 stars worth. Like maybe 3 stars would have been a more accurate rating. I had a really hard time getting into it, and even like more than halfway through the book I was thinking I might DNF it. I don't know why I couldn't get into it and everybody else loved it so much, but it just wasn't very exciting to me. The last half of the book was redeeming. It did end nicely and it was an exciting ending. If you haven't heard about this book, I don't know where you've been, but it's about like a West African folklore and all the magic has disappeared from the land and the main character and her friends have to go try to get it back. So it is an interesting concept, but I just thought the first half of the first half of the book was slow-paced and kind of boring for me, but then other people think that it's just wonderful all the way through. So if you haven't read it and it does sound interesting to you, definitely give it a shot. I'd be curious to know what everybody else thinks. So yeah, that one was a little disappointing for me because I was really anticipating it with all of the hype around it. The next book that I finished in the month of April was Nice Try, Jane Sinner, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It is a really funny contemporary about this girl who goes off to college and she's only like 16, but she got kicked out of her high school and so they let her take some college courses. Maybe she's 17. And she starts in on this reality show where she lives in a house full of other college students and they're competing to win a used car. And I just loved her sense of humor. She was hilarious and relatable, and I really, really enjoyed this book. So if you haven't read it yet, I would definitely give it a shot if you're interested in just something quick and fun. And the last book that I read in the month of April, I also listened to the audiobook of, and it was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I gave it a 2 stars. I didn't love it. I don't know what all the hype was about that one either. It was just a bad month for hyped books for me. So I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with the series. I thought it was not great for a fairy book, and I love fairy books. I don't know, I just didn't love it. I thought that the romance was kind of stupid, and yeah, the whole book just wasn't for me. It's basically about this human girl who her parents were killed by a fairy when she was really young, and she was taken to the fairy courts to grow up under, with the fairy who killed her parents as her father. And then all the other fairies are really mean to her because she's a human and they're fairies, and it was just, I don't know, not for me. If you did really like that book, let me know what you, why you liked it so much. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. I just didn't love it, so it was not a great reading month for me. But so far this month of May it has been significantly better, with some of my most anticipated releases coming out, like A Court of Frost and Starlight. I already finished that one. I got it the day that it came out, finished it the second day, and I loved it. I am just obsessed with the Court of Thorns and Roses series, so I can't wait until she has another book come out. But then in the acknowledgements she mentions that she found out she was pregnant and she was due like right after this book comes out, so I'm kind of concerned that it's going to be a long time before she's able to put out the next book in the series, but I guess I've got plenty to read until then. And also, Leah on the Offbeat came out, I think last month maybe, but I got that one this month and I really, really liked that one too. So I will talk more about that in my May wrap-up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you read this month. I would love to know. Thanks for watching. Bye!